Richmond Gate Estate was built on a cluster of individual bare plots that were originally sold to several individuals by Alma Beach Estates Limited. These clusters of lands are situated in Ekate, Elegushi in Etiosa, immediately after Lekki Phase 1. Haven Homes, a subdivision of Haven Global Resources Limited, acquired several of these plots either through joint venture agreements with the original owners or outright purchase agreements. Richmond Gate Estate was built in 3 different phases over a period of 10 years. In October 2011, Haven Homes signed the first joint venture agreement with Propter Ventures Limited to develop a 5,000 square meters of land now known as Alma 1. The area now called Richmond Gate Estate at this time was a vast open and bare land stretching to the Elegushi Beach on the south side to Nike Arts Gallery on the west side. The only structure standing at that time was an uncompleted building with a green roof at that time. The sand filling of this area was done in the mid-80s when it was acquired by Alma Beach Estates Limited. The land was then subdivided into individual plots and sold to several subscribers. After Haven Homes acquired the initial 5,000 square meters of land and commenced the infrastructure and property development, owners of several other plots showed up and offered there also for development. The first task in the development of Richmond Gate Estate was to create an access road and a proper drainage system from Meadow Hall School, as no road existed any further beyond the school as at 2011. Richmond Gate Estate, built by Haven Homes, commenced development February 2012, with the first challenge being the control of water from the grounds. Eventually, ground beams commenced thereafter. Shortly after, the structures of the first cluster of housing development, that is, Alma 1, began rising from the Alma grounds. Another rising star at this time was Ufoma Ukweku, now Ilesomi, who had just joined Haven's Homes as a sales assistant and now currently is the general manager of Haven Homes. The building were designed by Play-In Architecture, whilst construction of the building were done by Taniwo Constructions Limited and Raymog Construction Limited. As we approached the completion phases of the first set of structures, we embarked on extending the high-tension cables from Meadow Hall School, which at that time was the final termination point. The roadworks created the access points for all other plots from the Meadow Hall School to commence development, and the high-tension extension provided power to these plots, also aiding their development. In February 2014, Haven Homes completed the first 18 units of the first cluster, Alma 1. Notable in these structures are Haven Homes' signature contemporary designs, which were pioneered by Haven Homes in 2008, when the first commercial units of Haven Homes were completed in Magodo, Lagos State. Haven Homes was the first commercial developer to build these unique contemporary designs in Nigeria and won several awards. From then on, other developers adopted the contemporary styles, and Haven Homes changed the architectural landscape for good. The interior layout of the first structures also carried the exquisite taste known with Haven Homes. Haven Homes' triple volume designs were featured. Haven Homes' atriums, also a unique signature, were also featured. The kittens were also contemporary. double-volume master bedrooms, also a unique design, were also standard. The unique and beautiful first structures of Richmond Gate 1 attracted a lot of top personalities both in the public and the private sector. In April 2014, the estate was commissioned, and in attendance were the former Commissioner for Housing, Lagos State. A number of celebrities in the entertainment industry were also in attendance to see firsthand the beautiful structures. The celebrities in attendance also attracted a lot of press coverage. A number of expatriates also came to see the development and later became one of the first occupants in the estate. By May 2017, barely 3 years after the commissioning of the first structures, Haven Homes had been offered several other plots by the individuals who had originally bought from the Alma Beach estates to either enter into a joint venture agreement or to buy outright. This led to the rapid expansion of developments within the Alma Beach estate lands, and as each cluster is being completed, this cluster is extended into the Richmond Gate estate. As at February 2017, west side of Alma Beach estate still lies empty and bare, other than a few scattered structures that were in existence. In June 2017, Haven Homes entered into a joint venture agreement with First Bank Limited, the owners of 16,000 square meters of land on Alma Beach estate, and commenced construction of what is now Richmond Gate Phase 2 and 3. In June 2018, Haven Homes engaged Noble Sovrano Construction Limited, the company that constructed the initial road from Meadow Hall School to connect Richmond Gate Phase 2 and 3 to join the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway at the junction formerly known as Third Roundabout. Two other major developers, Earls Court and Lekki Gardens, also joined with Haven Homes on this project, and a state-of-the-art drainage was constructed first, then followed by a wide road that now connects all the developments from the Nike Art Gallery Junction, Richmond Gate Estate Phases 1, 2 and 3. What began as a total bare sand field land in 2012 has now grown into a vibrant community. This sprawling community accelerated its growth within the period of 10 years and was facilitated by the establishment of Richmond Gate Estate Phases 1, 2 and 3, which provided the necessary infrastructure for the owners of the individual single plot to plug into and develop their properties. The construction of drainages, roads and the extension of electrical lines to service the 3 phases of Richmond Gate Estate were the catalyst that exploded this growth. Ordinarily, individual plot owners would not have had the capacity for this capital-intensive infrastructure, but the establishment of sizable estates like Richmond Gate Estate absorbed the cost of the infrastructure, which the individual plot owners could freely plug into. No plot owner to date has made any contribution back to Haven Homes, the developers of Richmond Gate Estate.